week we did some practice with our watercolor paints and learned a little bit about color theory. This week we've been talking about lines. So I'm going to, in talking about lines, also introduce a new material, which is our oil pastels. These are on your colored shelves, so these are open this week if you'd like to try using those, either with the watercolor paints if you chose painting or just drawing on its own. And those are the two studios that are open today. So oil pastels are like crayon in the way that they resist watercolor paints. Crayons are made with wax and pigment. Oil pastels are made with oil and pigment. So you can practice making different kinds of lines if you would like on your paper with the oil pastels. Just want to show you how they combine. And also remember, with watercolor paints, you have to activate the paint with water. When you set up, you should have your cup of water, your brush, and your watercolor paints, as well as a piece of paper towel. And your brush. So I'm going to just use some blue. Remember, the watercolor paints should be watery. And as they are, if you paint them right on top of the oil pastel and combine these two materials, the paint, like I said, does not cover the oil pastel. And one really good thing with these, if you're doing a detailed drawing and you want to paint sort of the background or a sunset, you can use the watercolor paints. If I was doing my horizon line, and I have my grass here, my sun setting, and maybe a cloud. Instead of painting clouds blue, as some of you do, and just leaving the sky white, when you combine these materials, if you use white with the oil pastel, when you paint the blue sky right over top, it will not cover the white. If we're doing kind of a sunset, use a little bit of red. It also will not cover the yellow or the green. So if you're using many different colors, maybe a little bit of violet for your sunset, and you're painting the sky with watercolors for your sunset, and then use oil pastels for the other details in your painting. This is also just a good combination or way of using the different materials together. So that is an option today. Like I said, you can also just either use the oil pastels for drawing or just paint. You don't have to use the oil pastels with the watercolor paints, but if you'd like to try those, that is open today.